Nobody expected this to happen, but Instagram and Meta just announced they're going to end the Reels Play bonus program that directly paid users to create Reels. And on the other hand, by the way, they're starting to sell verified badges for a monthly fee. Somebody's having money problems, I guess. That's just the tip of the iceberg though, because digging a little deeper, I've uncovered big issues Meta has with Instagram, especially making Reels profitable. Remember that for later. And to be honest, if they can't fix this problem soon, amongst so many other problems, I think they really might lose to YouTube Shorts and TikTok for good this time. This is not clickbait, by the way, but I think Instagram and Meta have just entered crisis mode. Let me explain. I mean, don't you think it's kind of weird for them just ending this Reels Play bonus program so abruptly? The thing they've been telling us year after year, we're working on rolling it out globally soon, at the end of next year. For sure at the end of this year, early next year. Let's just stop talking about it and hopefully nobody notices. And just yesterday, by the way, Meta announced that they're about to lay off another 10,000 employees after they fired 11,000 people last November. And the sad thing for a lot of you guys is actually this Reels Play bonus paid out by far the most. I've talked to lots of creators earning way above $10,000 each month with this thing. And the really tragic thing is I've talked to even more of you guys making a few $100s each month, $300, $500, $700, $800 each month. And I remember, especially at the beginning, this is kind of life-changing money, especially when you're trying to get your foot in the door and trying to get things started. Getting something in return for your hard work. Now, if you watch me from time to time, you're probably aware that I was never too big of a fan of laying basically your eggs in one basket, relying on just one stream of monetization, especially one that's totally out of your control. For example, I personally made a full-time income of about $2,000 each month with less than 2,000 followers on YouTube and Instagram combined by setting up multiple revenue streams and kind of being deliberate with my content from time to time. And another very recent example is my YouTube ad revenue has tanked 90% because of some glitch they basically don't know how to fix. I probably lost $10,000 already because of this, but I'm actually not really mad because a whole bunch of other income streams are ready to fill the gap, if you will. Of course, I'm mad a little bit, but that's just, that's just business, I guess, the nature of running a business. So first lesson, if you're affected by this whole thing, diversify your income streams right now. Think of brand partnerships and ways to integrate these things in your content strategy. Approach your content game strategically. Grow your email list, for example. Create some products, build a funnel, and become self-sustaining, if you will. Then you're not dependent on things that the platform puts on you. Another short example before I'll show you proof for Instagram's actual crisis mode, which is pretty crazy, is last week I've launched a beginner's Instagram course, the 10,000 followers challenge, just to my email list, right? Before anybody here ever knew about it, for just $27. And this thing sold out pretty quickly. Just using my email list, I've grown through Instagram and YouTube. That's all there is. It's all in my responsibility, and I'm able to reach all of them. All of you. By the way, check the link below. I've opened up a few more spots for a few more days for the $27 thing, including lots of bonuses. Now, reading between the lines, what does that actually mean for Instagram and for the future of the platform? Because Zuckerberg, our baby old friend, in an investor's call a few weeks ago, he mentioned some pretty interesting things. The by far most shocking of them all is he said the main problem they currently have is making Reels profitable. And he said that the main feed, for example, is much more efficient in making money for Instagram than the Reels feed, for example. Now it makes a lot of sense why they didn't include this Reels first feed that they were testing a few months back. Here's what he said, and this really gets interesting. The more that Reels grows, even though it adds engagement to the system overall, it takes some time away from feed and we actually lose money. Can you believe that? And this is actually very alarming. Very alarming. The thing they've put almost all of their focus and energy into the past 2 to 3 years is losing them money. And the more people jump onto this whole thing, the more they lose money. And this is where we slowly start to come full circle, talking about the battle of the platforms, for example. Because initially, Instagram obviously offered these bonuses to incentivize creators to create lots of content on Instagram so they can then later on, because so many people come in, make money from that and have a win-win situation for creators and the platform. Now, last year, things are actually started to crumble. They've already lost crazy amounts of revenue because of lots of different things. The metaverse. weird, still a weird thing. And now even worse, like Zuckerberg admitted, the more Reels grows, the more they lose money. Well, sounds like they should have left their focus on the main feed and photos after all and listen to users and not just copy other people without thinking, like so many others. Also people on YouTube. You know who I'm talking about. Now, their plan is to adapt and enhance monetization tools for short-form video, as they say. For example, they want to expand ads on Facebook Reels, which is also weird. So always make sure to post on Facebook as well. Lots of my students and clients have gotten really great results by checking on this post to Facebook button as well. So they want to implement this revenue split globally, I guess, and other things like virtual gifting stars on Reels, which is not going to make a big difference, to tell you how it is, especially for smaller creators. Makes no sense at all. And this is where this big dilemma we've kind of all predicted a few months ago comes along. I think at the very least, they immediately need to start a revenue split program, ideally globally, because then they can sort of earn money and also pay people, and it's sort of this win-win situation. There's a big problem with that though, because YouTube's revenue split program for the short form videos showed us recently that even the biggest player with the best connections and the longest running creator rev split program also has trouble paying and subsequently earning a lot with short form videos, at least that it matters, right? For example, in the last 28 days, I made a whopping 92 cents with all of my shorts on YouTube, and they pay me 3 cents per 1,000 views, meaning they just make about double than that, a little more than double. Compare that to long form, for example, a lot easier. And now if you think about it, even if it's not possible to get the RPM of shorts up, if it's all on YouTube on this ecosystem and the creators also create long form content, right, left to right, naturally it's a win-win for everybody because yeah, they make a lot more money. And that's kind of sad for Instagram, to be honest. And I'm not sure Instagram can compete with that, especially with those RPM numbers. I'm 100% sure they will be a lot lower than on YouTube. And especially if there's not real other incentives, why should creators even stay on the platform on Instagram then? Obviously just speculation. And yeah, I have to say it again, you're most likely not gonna get rich with in-platform monetization anyway, unless you're a Mr. Beast or somebody like this. Multiple income streams that you have control over is what makes so many small creators, including me when I started out, including me still right now, earn hundreds of thousands of dollars each month. Actually, millions of dollars each month if you combine all of that. And in this video that you probably missed, I break down how to make a lot more money than you might have thought without relying on in-platform monetization, just with your content strategy and above.